What is going on YouTube? It is cold outside. The South got cold today. 28 degrees, had a little snow on the ground. We went ahead and built us a little baby snowman. Child, it's cold. But I love bad weather because in bad weather, family come together, everybody hanging out, chilling out. Oh my God. It was good, y'all. It was good. So y'all already know I'm on my vacation. Still on my vacation. Tuesday, I'm gonna be ready to go back to work. Tuesday, I'm gonna be in there so early. They like, Candy, we don't even get to see you this early. I know. Cause I don't want to see y'all this early, but on Tuesday I'm gonna be there bright and early. It's gonna be so early, it's gonna be ridiculous. I ain't staying late though. Cause I know by the end of the night I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna be done. I'm definitely not gonna stay that long. So, y'all know I ain't had nothing to do, so I picked up me a new little show. I started watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Have y'all seen this show? So, I watched the show. I personally I'm not against the show, but after I watched the show, I went down my YouTube scroll line and I wanted to see what everybody else kind of thought about. They didn't really like it. But me, I'm not really a critic, so I kind of liked it. So if y'all have not seen it, I mean, y'all go watch it. I put some attachments in the video so y'all can scroll through and look at it. But I didn't see nothing wrong with it. But like, I'm not a movie, TV show connoisseur, so my opinions could be totally different from y'all. But so the first episode, it's all about getting to know each other. Y'all, I wear glasses, but I feel like it's blinding me. So whatever. So it is what it is. So in the beginning, that first episode, they know each other. They move into the house. They get their little rings. They're feeling each other out, and she makes it clear. The homegirl makes it clear. I'm not in this for the sex. I probably don't even really want to get to know you. This is the vibe she's giving off to me. Like, I don't really want to get to know you. And he's real laid back, real chill. Like, all right, pretty much whatever you want it to be, that's what it'll be. Like, I ain't about to push you for nothing. So that's pretty much how the first episode goes. They have to track down a package and reroute it and deliver it where it needs to go. So during the action, they begin to bond a little bit. So they tracking down this little lady. He's trying to have conversation. She's not really the conversation type. But he comes up with this little trick to get the package from the older lady. So they do kind of like a package switch. And he tries to put a microphone in her ear. And she's like, whoa, what are you doing? He was like, girl, listen, I'm not trying to jump your bones. I'm just trying to put the microphone in your ear. So they do a package switch and they get the package to the address. And they was like, oh, simple enough. And when they opened the package, it was nothing but a designer cake. So it was like, are they playing with us or what? He's like, we ain't supposed to talk about none of the missions. And she's like, but no, come on. Like, why did we just deliver a cake? He's like, I don't know. We ain't supposed to talk about the missions. Plus, that's the level she already put it on anyway. Hey, we ain't doing too much. We're going to take it easy. We're going to get this money. We're going to keep it moving. As soon as they leave, the house blows up. Like, what the fuck? And they was like, well, what if we were in the house? Shit, that's what y'all signed up for. That's what y'all signed up for. Y'all should not have stayed so long because y'all don't know what y'all doing yet. Y'all do not know what y'all doing yet. So they running from the scene and they coming up with little plots to make it home safely, and they finally make it home safely, and they kind of like just ready to decompress. This is where I like it because I am a diehard hopeless romantic. So at the end of the day, she finds him in whatever room in the house, and he's watching cartoons. And they're talking, and she's like, hey, you want to kiss me? He's like, yeah. And I love this. Listen, dude, Dude ain't playing no games. He ain't beat around the bush. Like, yeah, it reminds me of that Eddie Murphy stand up where he was like, yeah, they knew she wasn't going with me because if she was going with me, she was going to get effed. Like, period. And I always die laughing. I think what. I can't even remember which Eddie stand up that is, but it's so freaking classic. And listen, he was not playing no games. Yeah, you want to kiss? Let's kiss. So they kiss and they do what they do. And that was fine, but I love it because it cuts, I think, either to the next episode or the next scene, and he kind of like gives her a kiss on her shoulder, and he kind of like lays on her back, and like he's just so freaking chill about it, you know. But instantly, she becomes a beast. Like they make it settle, but you can see it. Like she becomes a beast, and I'm talking about more about them because their missions weren't all that, but I like their storyline. So, but instantly she's like, we should track each other's phone. Where do you go after we have sex? Why do you chew like that? Like she is like, so you mean to tell me just yesterday you ain't want nothing to do with me. Now today I need to share my location. I need to eat more quietly. I need to disconnect from my mother and I need to follow all your rules. Like, it's like, bruh, I feel like in this show you are looking for companionship and you want something, but baby, I don't think this the way you want to go. Like she got problems she ain't even worked through, you know what I'm saying? Like she got for real problems. So it's subtle, but it keeps on escalating throughout the episodes. And I haven't got far in, guys. I probably got, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 episodes. So on, oh, I didn't even tell y'all about the dog part. Oh my God. That's how they end up sleeping together. It wasn't the cake bomb, it was the dog part. Listen, y'all don't judge me, but I think white people do some creepy shit. So they go to this, I don't know, millionaire, billionaire party. It's always one of these goddamn parties. The day I make it famous, don't invite me to, do not invite me to your house because I'm not coming. I'm not coming. And I don't want people to know I got money, no way. Like, I just want to live a simple life, but I want to be able to travel and do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it, period. You understand me? And I know I'm going off course, but bear with me, child. I told y'all I just be doing this for consistency. I want to know I got consistency in my life. And this is probably like a little, you know, something I did in 2025, type 5, you know, a little something in the bucket list. But anyway, so man, so he's losing interest in her because she asking all the wrong questions and she very uptight, as I'm telling y'all. So he's like, listen, do whatever it takes to get his attention. So she was like, let's pay one of these people to do whatever we like. And he was like, yeah, that shit was right up his alley, like right up his alley. So he's already pretending to be like a wait staff. So they pick him, of course. They go up to this quiet room and he gives them like a wad full of cash. And he's like, okay, so what you want me to do for this cash? And he was like, I want you to get on your knees. And then he turns and looks to the lady. She's supposed to be a millionaire too. He's like, I want you to get on your knees too. I'm like, what the is about to go down, right? So he says, I want y'all to act like dogs. White people shit. That's all I can say. I apologize if that offended anybody, but that just seemed like some rich white people ish. Your source of entertainment right now is to have me and this woman get on our knees and pretend like we are dogs. And they needed to have their tongues out their mouth and they needed to be barking and they needed to be kind of walking around. And I'm just like squirming in my seat, like, what the hell is going on? Like, why? Then this mother effer, he gets on his knees because this is exciting him. He is very aroused, like, oh my God, I want to be part of this doggy action too. Okay, whatever. So he was like, kiss. I want y'all to kiss like y'all mean it. So he's sniffing them and feeling them. And as soon as it's about to get probably X-rated. That's when they hit him with the truth serum, and he's supposed to tell nothing but the truth. But y'all gotta see this episode. Y'all have to see this episode. The first thing that comes to your mind, whether it's on a script or in person, is to make some people act like they dogs. Oh my God, this is crazy. So then, another part of the movie, the mother keeps on calling his phone, keeps on calling his phone, keeps on, and so she's like, "Who is that?" First of all, it's none of your goddamn business who is on this phone. Like, this is play, in case you didn't know. So anyway, so he answers the phone and she figures out it's his mom. And she's like, "So do you pretend to leave the house to go talk to your mom?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, I do. Because I'm all my mom has left. Like, her husband died. I'm the man. I'm the provider." Listen, and I ain't got no beef with that. You understand me? If you want to have the greatest relationship in the world with your mother, I commend that. As long as your mother ain't trying to predict what's going on in our household, I want you to be as close knit to your mama as you need to be. As long as she know that my house, our house, is our house. Her house is her house. And she wasn't an intrusive woman. She just was a lonely woman. So here she is up his butt about that. Like, she's up his butt about everything. Like, in between missions, she trying to figure out why he turned his location off. He's like, "Can we talk about this later?" Like, there's a whole lady being kidnapped here. And so it's so crazy. And then they meet another Mr. and Mrs. Smith and come to find out they were spies too. And so they give them the address because they're gonna have a dinner party. But like, in my mind, it was like, I ain't inviting these people to my house. Like, I don't know what your mission is. Your mission might be to come get me. And that's what I thought the entire dinner party. The entire dinner party, I just knew something was going to pop off. But it went a whole nother way because they're a higher tier than Mr. and Mrs. Smith that's already originally playing the scene. So, god darn, they're like, "Oh, we got a mission. Y'all want to come? Because maybe you guys want to up your level one day so you guys can come with us." So they all amp and ready. And they was like, "Yeah, yeah, we'll come. Like, fuck it. Why not? Let's go." Why? Why were y'all not worried in the slightest about these people? So they get all gunned up and they make it to the helicopter. Everybody getting in the helicopter except the other couple. Right then, so many red flags went off, but by then it was too late. It was too late. They closed the door. They was like, "Hey, just we'll split the fee with you. Drop that off. Come back. Everything's good." Man, they got dropped off to an island in the middle of nowhere, and immediately machetes and all kind of stuff come out, and they just barely make it out. They don't really show the fighting scene. They don't show a lot of. I don't think it's about the action, honestly. I think there's little subtle cases in every episode, but it's really just not about the action because the action is very much so lacking. But somehow, some way, they make it out the jungle, 30 minutes, because the man said, "Listen, I'm gonna be back in 30 minutes. Either you here or you're not. They made it back in 30 minutes, and as soon as they make it out, the people call them. They was like, "Hey, like, these people just done been through hell, bloody, no clothes." Like, they're like, "So y'all real excited, but we almost lost our life." They was like, "Yeah, um, things happen. It's only supposed to be kids there." He was like, "Yeah, okay, all right. Well, I mean, you guys did a great job. How'd you make it out?" Because pretty much you wasn't supposed to make it out. Like, we were supposed to get this money without doing any work because we knew how to play y'all like suckers. And he's like, "You know what? You guys have a great day. Well, you know what? We're going to just give you guys all the money because you did the run by yourself. But from here on out, we're just going to do our own thing by ourselves." He's like, "Yeah. Yeah, y'all do that. Y'all absolutely do that." You know what I'm saying? And they were pissed. But who told y'all to be so goddamn friendly? Y'all brought these people to your house, then you want to go in the middle of the night mission. Y'all don't know. Their assignment could have been y'all, and y'all made it so freaking easy. And then I think the next mission is like saving a guy in like Italy or something. So they end up at this house, and come to find out, he bought her a house, like a little cottage, the cutest thing in the world. I don't know, but if it was me, I would have been like, thank you. We got a little cottage home. How exciting is that? Like, you thought that far ahead. Like, but she was so pissed. She was so pissed. She didn't even care about the mission anymore. She just wanted to know, how did he have the audacity and the authority to buy a house without speaking to her first? This is not a decision he should have made on his own. Like, I don't get it. And I feel like I know that there are women out there like that. Like, I don't give a damn that you bought me a house. I just needed to know what was going on. I always need to know what's going on. I'm just not that woman, and I just did not see that. Like, y'all gotta tell me when y'all start watching these videos. Like, I don't know, about a man bought me a ring, I'm happy. A man bought me a house, I'm freaking ecstatic. Like, I'm probably crying somewhere. I'm fainting, falling down. Y'all got to revive me at this point, because this man just bought me a house. This man just bought me a house. You crazy? You crazy? He was getting the best sex for like the next 20 years of our life together. Like, backflips off of it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, but she was so freaking livid. And then she was looking at him like, what happened to you? Why aren't you more caring? Why aren't you more considerate? And I'm just upset at both of them because they ain't got no foresight. Because I feel like from day one, when she said, hey, this is not this kind of party, and then she was like, do you want to kiss me? Right then, you knew she was Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde. Right then and there. Right then and there, you knew she needed to be in control. Right then and there, you knew, because she needed it to go her way. And if y'all were gonna have something, y'all were gonna have it because she said so. I just feel like there was no foresight. Them writers knew what they were doing. She was crazy, y'all. She was super, super crazy. So I'm gonna continue to watch it at least through the night. I might be over it by tomorrow, but I kind of like the interaction. And right now they're going through a real, real rough patch. Like, he already walked out. Somebody's trying to kill the both of them, but they probably think it's one another. And she a slime ball, because on multiple different occasions, whoever their handler is would call her and be like, hey, are you happy with John? Why are you discussing John without John being there? That's such a fucking no-no. Listen, sorry about the language, but that's such a no-no in my world. I think the very, very thing that can kill any relationship is discussing your relationship with outside people, even if it's just a work thing. Listen, don't be getting this information from these other people, and don't start sidelining, because once you start sidelining, that's it. The minute she got that first text message saying, hey, do you really like John? She should have shut it down. She should have shut it down, but she entertained it. Yeah, he's cool, so they sent another one tomorrow. Do you want to switch John out? No, we're good. And from that day on, it continued. Listen, you got to know when to shut shit down the very first time. If you don't do it the very first time, you don't know what you're in for. You don't know what you're in for and what you're allowing yourself to be. Matter of fact, it could even be innocent, but it already just looks bad. And how you going to explain that? You understand what I'm saying? So, anyway, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, y'all should check it out. And when y'all start watching these videos, y'all should let me know what it's going to be. And y'all please know, the day I make it to the top, still living life like it's golden. Ain't getting no big old 13-bedroom mansion. Ain't getting no Bugattis. We're going to look at that money in a bank account. We're going to look at that money in a stock market. We're going to look at that money in a trust fund. But we ain't in the shining. We are not in the shining. I'm going to see y'all guys. Peace, love, and happiness, all right?